Turbo Turnip Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnip Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now. It's Turbo Turnip Time. The Black Tiger Miner live cast is starting now.
Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the Black Tiger Miner YouTube channel in the Turbo Turn Up Time and the BTM Crypto News Network, because we're doing it all live. But this is, once Robinhood lists Turbo, things are about to get weird. It's about to get crazy. Turbo is going to shoot to a new all-time high, going to shoot past 1 cent and keep pushing. So strategically, I think these guys are waiting for the perfect time to list. And I think that time is coming up with the administration getting these deals squared away with China. That was the last holdout. So if the China thing is on track and things are starting to get back focused, Bitcoin is at a new all-time high. It's only a matter of time before Ethereum turns the corner, and pretty much we're just waiting on Ethereum. Once Ethereum starts to push up, the altcoin bull market will kick off, and we are going to get in the money. Because it's not financial advice, this is just for entertainment purposes. So again, now it's time to buy the dip, right? You want to get in now before that Robinhood listing, the price goes up, things get crazy. Everybody and their mom starts to FOMO into Turbo and altcoins in general. Because if you think about it, right, once the altcoins start running, once the blue chips start running, people are going to take their money out of blue chips, right? They're going to take their profits out and invest in something else. And as you know, like I know, crypto is not going to be easy to cash out or invest your cash into something else. So the smart thing would do is to invest in a smaller token and ride that up and make profits on top of your profits. Or this is what the big investors are going to do, right? The guys that are not whales, but almost at that point, right? They're going to make money and they're going to invest it back into something else to make more money, right? It's not like you're going to be able to pull out, no, Diddy, to take out a large amount of money off the exchange anywhere. I think the exchange has a $15,000 cap or something, $20,000 cap, something extreme. Freaking knows it's something extremely low, right? It's not like you're going to be able to pull it all out in one whop anyway. So the smart thing to do would be invested in another token and reinvest your money and wait for that money to make more money and to reinvest it. Rosa, good afternoon. Unc, is 30 billion market cap even possible? We'll look into that in a minute. I think it is actually. 10 cents to 30 cents on the table. SJ 3248. SJ 30. What is that even? I don't know, but you're right. I'm thinking somebody said maybe $1. I'm thinking maybe 30 cents to 50 cents conservatively, right? It's probably going to go higher, but 30 cents to 50 cents would be pretty good as well. What up, Ken? So let's turn the spotlight on and see what is going on Twitter before we get too deep into the numbers. So as always, don't forget to sign up for the BTM Crypto News Network. And I came up on something. Plus I got to keep quiet, but it is another site, so I might start posting investment. Well, not investment help, but possible coins to keep an eye on. I'm just waiting for. Let me make sure that's not up here. Yeah, just waiting for. Let me triple check that's not up here. Yeah, waiting for that to start to unfold before I start talking about it. I don't want to bring it to you guys too early, and I don't want to bring it to you, and it's not what I think it is. So we'll keep an eye on it and check later. Yes, SJ Turbo is consolidating. So if you see here, don't forget about the AMA, which is in 2 days, which will be Thursday, May 15th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, which is 3 p.m. UTC time. And we're talking with Stealth EX. Actually talked to them earlier. So we're getting the questions together. Make sure you go to this post and add, oh, wow, 500 freaking questions. Add any questions you want to hear or talk about. Oh, wow, you guys are already adding questions. Yeah, I need to circle back with these guys because they was mentioning they need to find the questions. And apparently there is 507 questions. So it is going to be a very busy AMA, guys. That's going to be pretty interesting. But make sure you join that on Thursday. Once Turbo goes parabolic, we should have a BTM party. You definitely should have a BTM party. Or you could just send me Lambos and Ferraris. I would appreciate Lambos and Ferraris. I'm just playing. That's a joke. Keep it, reinvest it, make some generational wealth for your family, right? You could throw your boy a couple dollars, but it is not warranted. Because if it goes parabolic, I'm gonna be making money as well. Just throwing that out there. So this is Turbo Hoses is still growing, almost 54,800. I think we'll hit Moon is soon. Billions or nothing. I think we'll hit 54,800 today. 20, 19, 12, 8, 28, I think. 28, give or take. I don't know. 18, 8, 19, 8, 90. Yeah, 19, I guess. So we might hit 54,800 today. And I'm thinking we're going to hit 55,000 before this weekend, but we will wait and see. So let me know what you guys think about that. Shout out to the Roaring Toady. And actually, I didn't even put the dang, I'm tripping. I didn't even put the live in the chat. I'm tripping. Wait, this ain't even the right. Hold up. Just want to post the live. I usually post the live video live stream in the turbo chat, and I didn't do that today, which is weird because there's actually a lot of people here to be early on. And I'm glad I did check that because I actually missed something else here. Dang it, we're doing too much. Let me see here. Actually, slide this over here. Can't let all the secrets out just yet. Where are we? Da, 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 da. Where is it? What? Oh my God, it kicked me out of the chat again? Seriously? Seriously, you guys kicked me out of the chat? What the freak? Oh, oh, that's the wrong. Oh my God. What am I doing? Okay, here. No, it's a person. Where's the chat at? I'm tripping. Tripping. Too much going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. Sorry about that little distraction there. And I need to check one more thing. This is Gotta post one more place. Kind of running behind. I had to take one of the kids to the dentist, so I'm a little running behind. But give me a second and we'll get back on track. Um, that's weird. Okay. It's posting now. So shout out to the Roaring Toady. Let me see. Are these even getting? Sure ain't. Ain't this a? That's weird. Okay. So shout out to the Roaring Toady. When will it be on the list? It's a good question. Does Unc know that it's getting listed already or what's going on? I don't know. I don't know that it's getting listed, right? I don't have any insider information. And if I did, I couldn't tell you anyway. But I don't know when it's getting listed. I know we are pushing these guys to list it and they'll list it whenever they want to list it. We have no control over when they list it, how soon they list it, or how long it takes them to get listed. Again, we just work here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. So there's an old saying, I think, one turbo post and one comment a day keeps the doctor away. No prescription, no side effects, just the community power and good vibes. Dropped your comment today. If not, now's the time. Did you drop your comment today? So shout out to the Roaring Toady. This is Turbinate. Thank you, G, and you as well. Love, love, Toad. Let's ride. So I think this is a response to Gino. Yeah, where you been, Gino? Where you been, bro? It has been a minute. Oh, wow, this is crazy. Turbocharge. It's turbo time. And I see the jet. What is it? That's an old school? And a BMW Agent Turbo. Wait a minute. What was that on the side? What I saw something. Oh yeah, I did see something. I like that. Captain Turbo, what are you going to do with your turbo profits is a good question. um, so Turbo just didn't win. We thrived. Look at the landslide win. Not the first time we've seen Turbo Token in first place, and I'm certain it won't be the last. Turbo won the meme coin poll. It's meme coin around 400 market cap. Do you like? PS forgot XPX 6900, so had to redo the poll. And looks like Turbo is ahead by a pretty good amount, at 53%. And this is Gino. The jungle watches in silence. Lions break in. So shout out to Gino. Uh, let's see here. Try to go back up to the original posting. One of the most bullish charts I've seen. Turbo is up 223% in the last 30 days and foaming higher lows. We won't be long till the last all-time high gets obliterated. Do not fade the toad. So it's Sid Jackson and my main man Gino. Good morning, bro. Doing well. Thanks for checking in. I like the psychedelic suit here and the toad on the skateboard. I guess he's smoking and the clock in the background. Seemed like he would be turned to the sun. I don't know. I guess I'll look into this too deep. This is Boss. So baller you. Turbo meetup in 2026. Peg leg Wally wrecked. Roaring Toady, Insanity, Toad, and Turbo Token. Who's coming? And you see that this is that a Bentley truck? No, that's a Lambo or two Lambos. Interesting. Hope you guys don't blow all your money on Lambos and Bentleys. Reinvest so you can rebuild the community. This is Roaring Toady. Toad, my turbo brother. I stand by your side in battle. Shield raised, eyes blazing. The fire of the rebellion rages. We're pouring fuel on it. Turbo will not be silenced, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. We are all the voice that shakes the earth, loud and unstoppable. Load the toad. It's turbo turn up time. We will not be faded. We will not be denied, and we cannot be stopped. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, toads and tadpoles. Let's see, where were we at? Mexi here. We're not even halfway through May, and Turbo is already crushing it. 2 straight months of explosive growth. The charts don't lie. Toad is turbocharged, and there's no stopping now. Ain't no stopping us now. President officially signed a strategic economic partnership with Saudi Arabia. The new financial system is ready. So this is even in the sea of red, turbo holders continue to grow rapidly. The turbo community is indeed something special. Amen, brother. Couldn't say it better. That's Lodi Toad 24. It's not always the hype that makes something legendary. Sometimes it's the quote, movement, the story behind it. Turbo isn't a one hit wonder, it's a symbol for those who believe in more and are ready to fight for it. So, shout out to the Turbo Toe Warriors. Family is everything. Shout out to Sid Jackson. You're right. The Turbo Toad Army is a family. So continue to diamond hand. Let me get the glove together, guys. Let me show you this representation of us holding on and continuing to diamond hand. Alien print, where's the gear? Holla at your boy, man. What is going on? What happened to you guys? Now is the time because we are going to start pumping soon. So let's get the gear circulating. Uh, Blessed morning to the whole Turbo fam. Shout out to Ramon. I enjoy the small corrections to DCA. Next huge pump is very close. DCA is dollar cost average. What up, Roaring Toady? Shout out to BTM in the Turbo Toe community. Let's roar. Let's go. Roaring Toady. Day 33 of Axon Robinhood app to spotless Turbo. Turbo is climbing up the mountain steadily with one goal to be number one meme coin. Let's freaking Toad. The higher you stand, the further you see. Turbo's chilling above the city, stylish as ever, eyes on the horizon, no limits, just vision. Uh, Day 9 of calling out Upbit, said Upbit, yeah, Upbit Global, official Upbit, to list Turbo on his exchange. Turbo is the outlier. Turbo moves at its own beat. Turbo is showing the world what true community can achieve. Turbo is defying crypto norms. Join our revolution Upbit. Shout out to the world. Turbo is here. Shout out. I don't even know how to say this. Duan. I think I say this wrong every day. Peg leg Wally. Inflation numbers came in better than expected. Lowest numbers since 2021. That's great for crypto. Hopefully that gets us closer to a rate cut. Turbo is going to melt faces. Load up now. Turbo token is going to change lives. So shout out to Peg Leg Wally. This is flipping G Nasty. 29 days of counting days until Turbo sees a new all-time high. Every range is just a range until it isn't. So shout out. That's actually pretty cool. Flipping G Nasty. Toad. The revolution burns. Toad steps up, shields up, eyes locked, mission blazed. Mission blazing. Turbo won't be silenced, not today, not ever. Now is your turn. Drop your revolution rebellion below. Whose voice will quake the timeline? That's actually pretty cool. And this is toward my wonderful Turbo community. Please pay attention to the following. Turbo mods never DM you first. Mods don't ask for money. There's no airdrops. Stay safe out there. Turbo Toad, the one and only Turbo token. So yeah, that's something to remember because I see a lot of airdrops popping up in YouTube. Turbo does not do airdrops. No, you really love that or would definitely like to do it, but we don't do it. So if you see somebody talking about an airdrop, let us know or let me know or even tag somebody in the community so we can get it removed. Turbo does not do airdrops. We're not asking anyone for money, although BTM could use a couple bucks to keep the lights on. Turbo mods never DM you first. So stay safe out there. Shout out to Torg, George Torg, I guess. Torg for those updates. Replying to the roaring toady. See, what was the initial response? The initial one was just a dream from yesterday or the future. One thing's for sure, those who don't fight relentlessly for their success may never reach their goals. So, the Turbo community, fight for your bag. Make some noise if you're in the mood. Drop the latest selfie in the comments. So, drop those selfies and also let's start to run it back with Robinhood. Let's start to push out those Robinhood listing requests. Keep pushing, keep trying, keep making the memes, keep tagging these guys, and we will see. All have a fantastic day. Liam, so this is Sammy responding to Lynn Sanity's posting, which is day 47 of Relentlessly Pushing Turbo. This isn't stopping until we smash past the multi-billion-dollar market cap. That's what I'm talking about. Start your day with a toad on the shore, shiny vibes, warm coffee, and a heart full of chill. Embrace the simple joys. So moving forward, this is Peg Leg Wally. Let's go turbo. Huge announcement just 2 days ago. Markets are going to explode. Grab you some turbo and ride the wave. White House announces China's trade deal in Geneva. That's a couple of days ago, so I'm sure you guys heard about that already. The Roaring Toady a couple days ago too. Turbo community, your determination fuels this movement. The army marches relentlessly, united and unstoppable. Every step signals revolution. Our mission is clear. Hunt the zero. Oh wow, I didn't even forget about the hunt to zero. And if your power took shape of a weapon, this is what it would be. I don't know what kind of weapon that is, but we're going to mass produce that boy once we start rolling. This is XRP. This is when space gets dark, Turbo brings the shine. One diamond to light the cosmos. Turbo power activated. Insanity 94 days of relentless pushing turbo. This isn't stopping until we pass the multi-billion-dollar mark. Turbo holders enjoy the breather. Next stop is going to take your breath away. All aboard consolidation station. Let me see. Most mentioned highlights is 24 hours. Turbo is down to 152K, sliding down there. But Mudan and Peanut had a big push that day, I think. The wise toad showed me the signs. Turbo will moon. Shout out to Lola. We saw that already. Seth Jackson replying to National Limerick Day. On Turbo Chain, circuits sing like larks. The blockchain forge glowing fierce in the dark. The token spin as bright as a flame. Wealth roars, none the same. AI promise lights hearts with a spark. This is Dylan Lee. Let's just say the photo when Turbo crosses the 006 threshold will post, mark the calendar, celebrate the 007 Turbo Token Day. So this is Turbo Cho 007. I should put that on a t-shirt actually. This is Turbo Rock. I should have used this for this thumbnail actually. Yeah, it's Turbo Time, Turbo Turn Up. So I think that's it. I think these are older postings. Huge shout out to the legend who gives Turbo the spotlight it deserves. You are awesome. So shout out to what is crypto? We saw that video yesterday. Cloud Bricks, shout out to you, Maddie. Such a great supporter. Dang, why don't we get postings like that? Why nobody's posting about BTM like that? What's really going on? I'm just messing with you guys. More power to Matt. I like Matt's videos as well. So we'll see what Matt has going. I don't know if he posted today. Just trying to get back to where we were. I think that was it. Let's look at the bubbles. So Nero's up 55.4%. Mudan 32.1. Virtual 9.4. Arkham 14.3. Radium 13.8. Pepe, the mortal enemy, but not the enemy, but the other token. The other token, we'll put it that way. 10.7%. Casper is up 13.2. Mr. Wiggles is up 17.3. AIZBT's up 7.1. Ranger's up 6.3. AIZ16's up 11. Ethereum is up 9.3. I like to see that. Brett's up 10.3. Turbo is up 7.1 on the day, 1.1 in the hour. Putty Penguin is up 10.4. Snake is up 3.6. Spells up 2.8. Dodge is up 4.5. Solana's up 6.5. Ordinals up 15.8. XPX is up 12.8. Aerodrone Financial, I need to get some more Aerodrone, is up 6.9. SHIB is up 6.7. Cardano is up. I got some glasses in the way. 3.9. Links up 7.1. Swarms is up 11.4. Peanuts up 15. Barra, I think that is up 5.7. AI Tech's up 7.4. Altcoins up 4.1. Nears up 4.4. XRP is up 3.1. Ton is up 2.7. Let me know if we need to add anything here. Let's go Turbo. Don't miss the X Space on May 15th, 1 p.m. with Turbo and the Satoshi Club. Is that? This is 3 p.m. So there's one before. Okay. So there is two AMAs on the 15th. Interesting. So moving forward, so for holders, Turbo is at 54,784. Let's refresh this. Oh, so we're at 54,709. So I told you we're right. 10 more and we'll be at 54,800. So we will pass the threshold to 55K this week. Moving forward, currently we're at 386 mil won market cap. Looks like we slipped a little bit, but we're coming back up. It's coming down for us to pick it up. Last hour, we're up 0.94%, 6.4% on the day, 8.4 in the last 7 days, 198.9 in the last 30 days, 63.5 in the last 90 days, 498.2 over the last year. So moving forward, I like this holder scan, kind of gives us a better picture. So you can see here, we are back at the 396 mil won market cap. See if we can update this real quick. Takes a while to update for some reason. So yeah, 54,790 holders. And currently, last 4 hours, we picked up 13 holders. 12 hours, picked up 30 holders. One day, we picked up 41 holders. 3 days, we picked up 154 holders. Last 7 days, 414 holders. Last 14 days, 731. Last 30 days, 1,539. So let's load the toad. It's turbo turn up time. So this is coin ranking. Coin ranking has turbo at 16. We slid down below. Peanut the squirrel. Mall coins at 507 mil won. Popcat is 561 mil won. Form. What the freak is Form? Form is at 779 mil won. XPX 6900 is also down because they were in 800. 786.4 million. Brett is 790 million. Petty Penguin is 876 million. Flock A is at 1 billion. That's where Turbo should be, somewhere in this Flock A dog with a hat, somewhere in the $1 billion market cap range. Coins at 1.3 billion. Again, Donk is 1.7 billion. Official Trump coins 2.5 billion. Pepe is 5.8 billion. I think we're going to be, somebody says we're going to knock Pepe off. So we're going to be in this number 3 spot at some point, one day, someday, soon at 5.8 billion. SHIB is 2.9 billion. Dogecoin or Dogecoin, or we're going to call it 33.9. I don't know how SHIB is 9 billion, but I think when this bull run happens, I think a lot of people are going to cash out on SHIB and Pepe, and they're going to invest it in Turbo. Not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. I'm just playing. I don't know if they're going to go to Turbo, but I know a lot of people are going to dump SHIB as soon as it pumps, right? Because they've just been waiting to make a couple bucks, and they are out of the SHIB business. I know a SHIB whale that I talk to frequently. He was like, man, as soon as it pumps, as soon as he makes a 20x, he's dumping all his SHIB and moving to something else. He just said he's too deep into it now to dump it. But as soon as he makes a profit, he is getting out of SHIB. He doesn't like the project. But that's here nor there. Yo, BTM, I think there are actually 3x spaces on the 15th at 12 p.m. CET, LCX, and Turbo. And I think, who is this? What is Crypto, which is Matt, is doing the LCX one. I can circle back with Matt. I'm doing the one with Stealth X, and you mentioned there is one with Satoshi Club. I'm not sure who Satoshi Club is, but I might jump on this LCX one. But I do remember them talking about it, but I didn't know they were all on the 15th. We wonder what's happening on the 15th. Why are we having 3 AMAs on the 15th? Is something big happening on the 15th? Is Robinhood officially listing on the 15th? If it does, you guys will be super shocked and remember where you headed first. So if it does happen, make sure you get the word out so you can like, share, and subscribe and let me know who you heard it from first, right? So we can pump the channel. But that would be cool. But if not, hey, it is what it is. But appreciate all you guys who support BTM, all you guys that are like, sharing, subscribing, super chatting, trying to help your main man keep the lights on. But I think we looked at, I had this up here twice. Look here, we look there. I wonder how the trading view opened. Dang it. So this is the Aurora Turbo Chain. Currently, we're at 79 accounts, 176 total transfers, 316 total addresses, 44 tokens, 13 point. This can't be right. I must not update this because we were at 13.9 million yesterday. I know we picked up some more. That's what I'm saying. That can't be right. Wow. We also added another address. We're at 317. We're at 316 yesterday. Total tokens 44. 14.4 mil won. Total blocks 3.5 thousand transactions. 149 contracts and 36 verified. And I say this every day. Maybe we can get these guys, or maybe we can help these guys verify the contracts or vote on the actual contract information. I've been crazy busy, but if I do have a time, I can circle back with these guys to see if they need help verifying the addresses. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. So on the 5 minute chart, oh wow, looks like we were really close to that 006 today. That was last week. Dang it. Why is that last week on the 5 minute chart? It can't be right. Oh, no, just today. I'm about to say it's a 5 minute chart. How can that be on the 5 minute chart from last week? So I guess we did hit the 006 and came back down. And where's my marker? I do have a marker here at the 0075. It's supposed to be actually at the 007. Not sure how this got up to the 0075. We'll bring it down to the 007. You can see here on the day we lost some volume and we're adding volume back. Had a MACD cross, 15-minute chart. Looks like we're losing volume. Had a MACD cross. We're gaining volume now. 45-minute chart. What the heck is lending? Man, please. 45-minute chart. So we were above the 006. That was yesterday. Came down. It's coming down for us to pick it up. It's like we're consolidating and coming back up. What is X space? X space is where they have the AMAs at on Twitter X. As you can see here, live on X, these are actually oh wow, 149 people watching. Interesting. But yeah, you can see here if there's an AMA, it'll show up here and you can conversate through the AMAs. Where can I buy I think that's AI's what? First off, I'm not shilling tokens. I'm not even sure what ZAIZ is. And personally, I don't buy pre-sales. Pre-sales have never worked out for me, bro. I've done it several times, and the last one I bought, it didn't even list. I'm not even sure what happened to them. It freaking disappeared on me. They were a Kleenex coin or Kleenex or something, but it never became a token. I pre-sale bought. Somebody told me I recommended. I got it, and nothing happened. So personally, I would recommend you stay away from pre-sales. But hey, if that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. Personally, I would not get into them because you don't get the tokens. You got to wait for them to drop. And like I just told you, sometimes they don't even drop. You end up wasting a lot of time and money waiting for tokens. So this is the hour chart. We're building volume on the hour chart as well. On the 4-hour chart, we are losing volume. There's a slight green candle volume here. So it looks like we are starting to get some work back on that 4-hour. And I generally start with the RSI and come back today. For some reason, the MAC was open. So we want the MAC. So here's the RSI on today, 4-hour chart. The RSI is flat at 50. 1-hour chart, the RSI is up. Okay. Base RSI is 54. And you can see here clearly, 1-hour chart, the RSI is coming up, which means there's going to be a pump soon. 45-minute chart, the RSI is also up. Now we get to the meat. 15-minute chart, the RSI is flat. We need the RSI to pump up here. You see here, once the RSI gets above 70, we're going to have a large green candle there. So we're waiting for that on the 15-minute. On the 5-minute, oh wow, looks like the RSI did pump. Came down drastically. And RSI is downturning on the 5-minute, and it is curving down on the base. Oh, I can see. You can't even see that. On the base RSI base moving average. So we need this little curve to curve back up, a couple of green candles, maybe some volume. I don't know why I can't see two indicators. It's freaking used to let me do two indicators. Upgrade your plan. Hidden trading options, 50 indicators per chart. Right now, your plan has 2 indicator limit. Just the indicators. So what's the other indicator? Oh, oh, why is it listing the RSI twice? What the freak? It's weird. Where's the other? I didn't even know they had events on here. That's weird. You guys know they had events on what is this? Coin Market Cap? I mean Trading View? I'm just trying to figure out why I can't put two indicators on here. I might need to reach out to these guys. I don't have two RSI indicators on here though. Let me see something. Let's take this off and add the MACD and see if they say it is the MACD indicator. And if so, uh, basic what two indicators? Yeah, why is this still? Yeah, must got a MACD indicator somewhere that ain't showing. That's weird. Where's this other MACD indicator? Wait a minute, there's a remove indicators here somewhere, I think. Is there? I could have sworn there was something about removing the indicators and clearing the indicators. Let me check real quick. Uh, dang it, I thought there was a indicator. Is this it? No. Ah, aha. Aha. So we did figure it out. Look at you smart guys. So can we now put both of the indicators back? We are back in business, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we finally got the two indicators back up. So that will definitely save us some time, but that's awesome. I like that. Although I would rather have the freaking RSI indicator on top. Dang it. Perfect. Perfect. Now, if this only saves, there's no save here. So yeah, we can see the volume is building on the 5-minute chart. Oh, this is perfect. So I had to try this a long time ago. Okay, so volume is building. RSI is moving down. Not a change in the RSI yet, but we did have a MACD cross. Might leave that boy open. But this is who is this? This is Nasipir. Let's see what he has to say.
Well, hope everyone's having an amazing day because I'm as usual. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Turbo. It's been a while since we have seen such excitement in the market. We are seeing Turbo pump. We are seeing a lot of these fudders and haters and so on disappear. We're destroying them. Guys, I am so happy. I can't even explain to you because of the fact that we are finally starting to move. Those that managed to load up in the dips, guys, what can I say? You are superstars, absolute superstars. But even though you may have been buying at all-time highs, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to talk about the future of Turbo, what is happening, and you will understand that wherever you bought and at whatever position you're sitting at, whether it's a loss or a profit, you're going to be making more money. That's it. Because everything that I say really does come into reality. I have managed to predict so many coins in the past, and I'm telling you right now that Turbo is one that really sparks my attention. One that I believe has, immense potential. One that could break all-time highs for, the altcoin season and go so much further than we could have ever predicted. So, as I said many times, Turbo is the golden star. It has not been easy to cover it when it was going down. I was accused of everything. I think any influence of Turbo was thrown into the dungeons. We were absolutely getting destroyed. But guess what? We just had to go through these moments. We had to be patient. I understood people were sad, and I get it. A lot of people are very new in crypto, so they don't understand how it works. They think when it goes down, it's the end of the coin, which is absolutely wrong. You know why it's wrong? It's because everything was going down. It's not the end of crypto, right? It's not the end of crypto. It's just a moment we were in. The whole market wasn't really looking that great. When the whole trade dispute situation with many countries started, when Trump started imposing the tariffs, obviously it's going to, create some bearish sentiments and everything's going to go down. But guess what? We're starting to pump. Why? Well, I believe that the UK deal is very significant. I know it's only one deal and there are many other countries that need to be dealt with. But the good thing about the UK is that it has willingly accepted the new trade deal. I believe both will be winning out of it. And the UK is a major power hub. Like, it is a very strong country economically with a lot of influence. So if they accept it, others will start accepting. The most important thing right now, I believe, for the US to do is just to get, a few of these countries, big ones, on board. And then the others will just follow. It's going to create a dominoes effect. So that is very nice. Okay. We're also going to get some really nice announcements in the future. I believe, like, the interest rates will be cut. Right now, of course, with Jerome Powell, Trump, there are some disagreements and so on. But I think everything is going to be settled in the end. It can't last for eternity, right? It can't last forever. At some point, you will always find these solutions. Simple as that. But you know what? The market right now is rallying. We're seeing ETH really starting to pump. Bitcoin is passing its 100K. I've always also said in the past that when Ethereum starts breaking its all-time highs, you're going to see the whole, meme coin market go absolutely crazy, bonkers, like insane. And I would really be holding Turbo when it goes that wild. If you see the vision for Turbo, a coin that has managed to get listed everywhere, a coin that has managed to create so many partnerships, a coin that is really making some serious moves on the scene, and everybody's starting to spot it, then you're in the right space if you do believe in it and if you're a part of it. Now, if we go on Etherscan, it's important to look at the amount of holders. Guys, the holders have been increasing, 54.6K holders. That's very, very nice. We're on the journey to 100K. I do believe, like, if the market is very positive, we could potentially close the whole year with around, 100K holders, which would be absolutely insane. Everybody's talking about Turbo. I think a lot of investors are starting to understand that Turbo is perfect. It's ready for the altcoin season. The only thing that was holding it back was the market. But guess what? The whole market was pushing everything down. It wasn't just a Turbo thing. Everything was down. All the biggest coins, any coin you can think of, with a reputable reputation, was down. Everything was down. It wasn't a Turbo thing because Turbo itself has managed to tick all the boxes. It looks perfect on paper, right? So as I've said, let ETH break out, break past 4K, and it is going to be wild, guys. I don't care too much about Bitcoin. I believe Bitcoin's dominance is going to start going down soon. But when Ethereum's dominance starts going up, and when we're seeing, all that money going to Ethereum and after the altcoins, wow, it is going to go wild. Now, looking at the indexes, the greed index, the fear and greed, that is very, very important. We need to check it out. We need to have a look at it and actually understand. So we need to look at obviously the altcoin season index. Very important. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's waiting for the altcoin. That is going to be the major moves. I mean, now we're seeing some nice pumps, 20, 30, 40, 50%, but that is nothing compared to what we're going to be seeing when the altcoin season comes. And it is looking very nice. We're slowly starting to move close to the altcoin season. So as you guys can see it, the circle is moving, which is very, very nice. Very some of the biggest performers are meme coins here, which is very nice. So the meme coin industry is a massive. The fear and index, look at this, greed 71. So people are really throwing in the money. They are not afraid. They're getting greedy, and that is what I'm liking. It really restores the psychological morale of people. I know that the smart money, the best of the best, probably would have liked Turbo and everything else to dip even more because they just have this crazy long-term vision. But I believe, for all the new people that came into crypto, they need some relief. And I believe that this pump that we're seeing with Turbo is their relief, because sometimes it can be difficult to go months and months. You start questioning whether this can ever actually move. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, it is all recovering. It is letting the market know that, hey, it can move. We can move. It was never a Turbo thing. It was never like a thing just purely to do with Turbo. Like, everything was just down. So hopefully we can go past all-time highs. I really want Turbo to break 1 billion market cap because, the moment it breaks the 1 billion market cap level, that's a psychological level. That's a level where, the whales feel confident and way more relaxed to invest big sums of money. It's harder for them to invest into things that are lower than 1 billion because they're putting in millions and millions of dollars. It's not easy. But when you can put your money into something that's over 1 billion, that kind of gives you that assurance, like, hey, this is massive. Like, this is a massive coin. It can never make a loss at this point in an altcoin season situation. But also just, gives you that.
So as Gossiper is saying, or Gossiper, or Gossipator, I never get this guy's name right. Whatever. We need to get to the billion market cap. Once we get into the billion market cap, Turbo is on a whole nother level, right? We're doing big things and we cannot be faded anymore. It looks like Floke is the lowest cat project in the billions. So if we can just push back up, I think we were at 500 million market cap, right? So I think if we can get back into that $500 million market cap, And then from there, I guess double up, right? That would get us to 1 billion. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but this is definitely something Turbo can pull off. So make sure you guys start the raid for Robinhood, right? If we can get Robinhood, I think Robinhood would be the catalyst to push us over that $1 billion mark.
That safety net. So really hope that it can go to 1 billion market cap. Guys, I really am so proud of what is going on. Social media pumping, we are on the road to 200K followers, I believe. Don't forget, humble beginnings, all started with just $69 budget. And now look how far we went with this. And the team is just going, mental now, really pushing up, really getting the people to see what this is all about. And, I am trying to follow Turbo as much as possible. We have a lot of influencers here that are discussing Turbo, which is nice. Okay. They are pushing the community. There are a lot of AMAs, like really massive ones on massive platforms. So this is a community that now is, really getting some beautiful light shining on it. And the exchanges are listing it. Every exchange is trying to get in because they understand that there's a lot of volume that Turbo can produce. I mean, Turbo itself is doing like insane numbers in terms of volume. Look at this, 147 million. This is all very big, 200 million, but it's going to be doing like 1 billion. At some point, it was doing these type of numbers like a few months ago. Like it was really high up there. Lots and lots of transactions are going through. The exchanges are obviously happy about this because they're making money from trading fees. And, this is just going to be a patience game. From now on, we're just waiting for the big moment. And Turbo is going to take over. And don't forget, Turbo really does depend on Ethereum because it's built on Ethereum. So guess what? Ethereum's moving. People are starting to really get happy. Look at this. I promised if Ethereum pumps back to 2,000, I'll brighten up someone's day with 10 ETH, $20,000. So Mr. Crypto Whale, hey, is making some promises. There are a lot of people making these type of promises. Why? Because they know Ethereum is going to go up, right? The recent ETH rally is just a start. I'm certain that Ethereum is going above 12,000 in 2025. Here are the reasons. Most institutional adoption among else, leader in RWA, DeFi, and stablecoins, approval of ETH ETFs, staking soon, huge token burn since Pectra upgrade, risk on environment later this year as Fed and other central banks will pivot. You're not bullish enough on ETH. That is a very good point. Look at ETH, guys. We are bottomed out, and now we are ready to go back up, and we are going to levels that we can't even imagine. When it starts really rallying, guess who it's dragging with it? Turbo and all the other coins. So there are so many Turbo holders, and they are very excited about this. Oh, I cannot wait. So happy, so grateful. And the future just looks brighter and brighter and brighter. And believe me, when these trade deals start coming through, right, when we're seeing more bullish news, economic news, Turbo is set to break 1 billion market cap. Easy, guys. So let's keep the sentiment the same. Perhaps we could see a little dip, in the next few days because things have really started rallying, going up. It can never go up and up and up every single day. At some point, it will go down, but that's fine. Okay, you can just load up DCA and just carry on. Don't stop. And also, guys, I am going to make it clear, I want to produce as many videos on Turbo. Don't think I disappeared. I was just traveling, doing some things. But I'm back at it, and I'm very excited, especially because of how it's moving. So happy to make these fudders and haters, quiet. What are they going to say now? They're going to call Turbo a scam? Come on, give me a break. We all know that it is the end of them, and now it is our turn to actually start screenshotting and posting our balances and getting really excited about this. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace out. Hey, your money into something that.
So shout out to Gossiper, and he's right. It's only a matter of time before we push to that billions, right? Turbo gets to billions. This is the trading sniper. I'm not sure. This is a new video. I'm not sure what this guy's talking about, but I guess we can check him out for a couple minutes.
Good afternoon. My name is Abraham. Today we're going to see a little bit about Turbo. I was checking the price of this coin. As you can see, Bitcoin has started to go up. In the last video we were looking at Pepe coin and I mentioned that more people were buying Pepe than they were selling, so it was going to go up slightly. I wasn't pushing hard enough to make Peep's price go up, but it was going to start going up. In this video we're going to see why Turbotoken's price isn't going up that much. So to start, let's look at some important data and at the end we'll give a brief opinion. Here we're only going to look at some important data as of today, which is May 11th and it's 12:26 p.m. Turbotoken is currently trading at a price of 0.20 SQ. $59.02. It has a market cap of 407,750,886, a circulating supply of 69 billion coins, and a max supply of 69 billion coins. Remember that if you would like us to review any project, leave it in the comments box and we will gladly review it little by little. The last time we talked about Turbotoken, which was on December 4th, 2024, the price of Turbo was 0.20 SQ. 85.29. It had a market cap of 587,353,217. As of today, May 11, 2025, Turbotoken has a price of 0.20 on the right, 5,902. It has a market cap of 407,750,886, so Turbotoken from December 4th to today is having a loss of 30.80%. The market cap, as you can see, is decreasing evenly. It has a loss of 30.58%. The difference from 0.22 is very minimal, so this project is decreasing evenly. From its highest price, the historical maximum of Turbotoken, which was on December 11, 2024, this project reached a price of 0.1 on the right, 1432. It almost reached a market cap of $1 billion. Therefore, if this project reaches its all-time high starting from today's price of 0.20 on the right, 5,902, it would be yielding 242.6%. As you can see, you can multiply your investment by 2.4 times starting from this price. Here's the question I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Why is Turbotoken not going up that much in price? In the previous video, I mentioned that Pepe coin, Pepe, was being bought more than it was being sold on this occasion, despite the fact that the price of Bitcoin is going up, and the price of Bitcoin is already 103.99 at the time of recording this video. Turbo is not taking off because more is being sold than is being bought. So, right now Turbo is being taken out of liquidity a little more than it is being bought. If not, it would definitely be going up a little more. What they are selling more than what they are buying is not much. The sales are very low, they are not big numbers, but that prevents Turbo from rising very strongly. That is, despite the fact that the price of Bitcoin is rising, if they do not start putting a lot of capital into Turbo, if they do not buy more than what is being sold, Turbotoken is definitely not going to take off at this time. It is possible that the price of Turbo will rise very little or even fall a little despite the fact that the price of Bitcoin is rising. From my point of view, this project could be a very good investment option. Remember that a couple of months ago we saw that it was listed on Binance. When it was listed on Binance, it did not take more than a week or two and it exploded to its all-time high. Turbo token reached a market cap of around $1 billion. This project still has a low market cap. $407 million is not such a gigantic market cap. Possibly with a big splash of cash they could blow it up. This project can still give excellent returns. As of today, Turbo token is being traded with 119 million. It is a low trading volume. Previously, they were trading it around April. This project at the end of March was only trading with $45 million, and this one almost doubled its trading volume a little more because double would be 90. Although Turbo token doubled its trading volume, it is worth mentioning that the trading volume is managed in both buying and selling. Or they show everything they are buying and selling. So, it is worth mentioning that a little more is being sold than is being bought. That is why Turbo, despite the fact that the price of Bitcoin is going up, has caused the price of its coin to go down a little or is not going up as hard. From my point of view, as I mentioned, Turbo token can be a very good option. It has just been listed on Binance, it could explode, the American giants could enter with everything. It has a low market cap, it is a matter of them starting to warm the henhouse. Without further ado for now, let's go to some short commercials. I hope this content has been detailed. If so, give me...
Yeah, this is actually a pretty cool video. I just don't like the pauses, right? That whole pause thing was driving me crazy. If you could get the information and condense it where it wasn't a 30-minute pause, I think that would be a lot better. This is Trading Sniper. Let's see what he has to say real quick, and then we'll end with this guy. Let me see, which one was it? Yeah, let me see what the Trading Sniper is talking about.
I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one and only Turbo coin, ladies and gentlemen. If you do want to join the Discord, the code FRESH still active, 33.3% off for the next 24 hours. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, right? In terms of actual Turbo news, I have not seen anything from Turbo themselves, right? We can see there are a couple of posts which we got to like, right? Just to get those interactions up. So you got to remember, this is a community-driven coin. There's no official team members. There's no official this. There's no official that. No one's sponsored. No one's...
What up, Pip? What's going on, brother? Welcome back to the community, fam.
Anything, right? This is a community thing. So when you leave comments on videos, when you leave likes on, like, even let's say my videos, if you leave likes on the Twitter page of Turbo, leave comments there, retweets, whatever it may be, or just simply tweet, the $ Turbo, you are part of the growth. Okay, you are part of the foundation. That is just the reality. Okay, you got to remember that Turbo, all of this is happening because of all the noise that we made together, right, as a community. And I'm not just talking about the snipers. I'm talking about people that have been here before me talking about Turbo. I'm talking about people that have been consistently talking about Turbo, interacting with Turbo, people that are community members that interact with the Twitter page or are part of the Twitter page or run the Twitter page, right? All those people that have been making stuff happen behind the scenes possible. It is all to these people, all these community members, right? So just got to say thank you to them, and obviously thank you to us for continuously supporting the coin, right? Your view, your like, your comment on any type of channel, talking about Turbo or social media page will always, always, always boost Turbo. Listen, right? We are 144th in the world. We are currently at 388 million market cap. We are at 170 million volume, so pretty damn nice. Little weird change from Coinbase. It's throwing me off a little bit, but not that big of a deal. When we go in terms of holders, ladies and gentlemen, we can see we are kind of flattening out, possibly going to lose a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. You know us, red day, red week, pull back, a little bit of a scare or whatever, lose like what, 20, 50 at most, and then what, gain a couple hundred over the next couple weeks, or weeks even. So it doesn't even matter, right? It does not even matter. when we go and we look at the technical analysis, ladies and gentlemen, right? If we pull up Turbo, I want to talk about two things. We're going to talk about Turbo and we're going to talk about Bitcoin. We're going to start with Bitcoin for just a second because Bitcoin is the head of the snake, which we do have to cover. We can overall see, though, if we go to our portfolio and some of the coins we cover consistently on the channel, pretty nice sea of red, if I do say so myself. But that is okay, ladies and gentlemen. That is okay. We can see I have certain zones marked up and it is for a reason. So first off, right, we can see that boom, we tapped, we went to 105,000, almost 106,000, but we closed low over here. So we were consistently making lower highs. You can see yesterday that we did break below the big trend line, right? We broke below it. And not only that, but we also started to close below this relevant zone. So that is not good. That is showing signs of reversals. However, right, if we go and look at these zones, we can see that there are multiple zones marked up for a reason, which is very, very relevant. And, it is going to affect Turbo because it is up to obviously Bitcoin on where it wants to go. So first, number one, right, we have this diagonal trend line. We can see diagonally, we did tap off it, but we did have a decently, I wouldn't call it strong close, a decently okay close, but it's still fairly bearish. Okay, it is still fairly bearish, which means we could get possible pullbacks all the way even down to 98K. If that were the case, right, boom, 4%. Yesterday we covered in a different video where we saw, Bitcoin go down 4% and Turbo went down roughly 12%. So if we were going to get some type of, similar type equation, then we could be seeing a pullback for Turbo, boom, 0.004849 area, right? That is the main area for Turbo. Overall, I do not believe with Turbo we will be breaking out of this zone. I do not believe with Turbo we will be breaking out of the 0.0041 zone because, ladies and gentlemen, it is such a big retracement. Bitcoin would literally have to go back down to sweep the 91,000, which would be a big, big, big pullback for something like Bitcoin, right? And then maybe at that point, we can go below the zone, sweep it. I really doubt we're coming back to the 0.003 unless we will be consulting with Bitcoin over the next couple of weeks, kind of ranging between certain zones, which I will show you in just a second, right? If we do end up going back down, right, the main level I think we will bounce off of because it is the most relevant and because it's very, very strong is this zone of 98K. In the event where we are wrong and we do go lower, then if something like this dropped, 10%, then we could expect Turbo to drop that 40%. But it is very, very unlikely. Generally, it is very, very unlikely. Okay. We do see, however, on the 3-month Bitcoin chart that the order block candle is here. So the yellow line, when we go and look, it is actually down at the 93,500. But overall, if we do just have price action above the 93,500, that means we are in extremely, extremely bullish territory. And we are technically making a head and shoulders, but in reverse, right? We have the shoulder over here. We're going to have structure over here. And then we have the head over here. And the reverse head and shoulders is one of the strongest patterns you can absolutely have in terms of bullish momentum to the upside. Okay. So all this micro moves at the end of the day don't really matter to me. If there's pullbacks, I'm buying. Okay. If it continues just to be really aggressive, I'm chilling. It's that simple, right? I am not doing anything on the micro level in terms of trying to flip a quick bag. I believe those days are kind of over and they're very, very risky because I know over the next couple of weeks, few short months, we will be breaking this zone and already starting to expand. Okay. So we have to be, careful with the actions that we do in terms of the market, right? That is for Bitcoin, but let's see Turbo once again in terms of its price action. I did say the lowest point should be the yellow, right? If we were completely wrong and we did get a full-on liquidity sweep, this would make sense. I will have a sniper buy entry here just in case, but I'll also have some buying opportunities and entries right around this area. Okay, this is my main area. Does it have to hit there 100%? No, not necessarily. Okay, there is one probability that we will talk about too is that if Bitcoin decides to kind of respect and chill amongst this trend line, right? Maybe fake out a little bit lower, go back down to like 99, 100K, because we're going to remember 100K is a big psychological area. Then we are just going to be getting fake outs. And if we get fake outs, Turbo will not drop too much, right? Turbo might drop down to this area over here. Generally, right, we can see it is actually between two nice support and resistance zone. So we can see 0.004948 is where we would be looking to go, right? 12% retracement, upwards of 15%. And that is also a great buying opportunity. In general, though, even if you bought right now and it went down, I would not be scared, right? Because we still believe Turbo can definitely hit 10 billion market cap. So if you were to buy now, you would be looking roughly at what, like 25x more or less in this current position. So, not bad from the toad itself. But yeah, that is overall it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys did enjoy. A few probabilities, but overall, we are taking it one step at a time. If you want consistent and very quick.
So shout out to the trading sniper. Just chilling, enjoying the weather, watching the charts, looking ice cream. I could do with another week before prices go up more. I want to put more money in for my next paycheck. You're right. But I think after this week, and the way things are going with the president and closing deals left and right in Saudi Arabia and Qatar, I think the market is about to explode, right? This is generally the time. Let's go back to the month chart now that we have the double indicators. So I'm so excited about. Go back to the 1 month chart, and you can see generally, shit. Generally, this is when the market begins to pick up. What is this? May, right? So things generally start happening in May, and we are in May. So the time is getting short. Let me see what's Bitcoin look like. Actually, the $1 million question: what does Ethereum look like in May? I guess we'll try Coinbase. So where is May, December, February? Hmm. This is market. Is this market cap? It's not market cap. February, December. Yeah, May. Got a green pump, slight pump in May, November, May. So even Ethereum looks like Ethereum. What is this? Level up YouTube. And please. July. So outside of 2022, um, so looks like in May is generally what is this? Where's March, April, May? So May is kind of the bellwether month even for Ethereum. So maybe things are going to turn around soon, Pip, because we are due for a serious pump. We have been running behind. This is the month chart. Where is May? January, February, March, April, May is down 2023. What is this guy? February, March, April, May, green candle. So yeah, we're due for a push up. Things are moving. They are. You're not free press. What up? What up? Late but here. Better late than never, my guy. Better late than never. Thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. Uh, I thought one of these guys was talking about. Um, that's weird. I thought one of these guys was talking about price pump. gonna squeeze one more video in, actually. We'll see what this guy's talking about. If not, we'll go to the next.
Ready to take off. Are we going to see Turbo Blast Packs 1 cent this week and potentially reach all-time highs this month, overshadowing its previous 1 cent all-time high? Can we see Turbo hit 2 cents, 5 cents, and then 10 cents? That's exactly what it's looking like. Turbo's just getting started. Eyes on 0.008 target and beyond. This setup is textbook example of buying the dip and riding the wave. Turbo to the moon. Talking about buying the dip, are you taking advantage, guys? Turbo down 10% on the week. This is a great time to buy, especially if you little guys have been getting FOMO over the last couple of weeks. As on the week, I guess it's down right now because I had a heavy dip. On the month, up over 178%, almost 200%. Now it's time to load up. I mean, you should have been loading up over here. And if you're subscribed to the channel, I told you so. And again, if you're not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out any of these calls as the crypto markets are cooking. We're about to make a bag. Even on red days like today, we're taking advantage. Volume up over 40%. Fear and greed is still at greed 71, and Bitcoin dominance kind of strengthening up. Hopefully eases up as we are entering altcoin season. Massive deal between China and US to halt this whole tariff war. It looks like Bitcoin could be trading to all-time highs very soon, causing the whole crypto market to go on a full-fledged frenzy. Talking about crypto market today, meme coin market today specifically in the red. Everything pretty much down. Pengu's pumping a little bit. We saw Toshi's pumping a little bit earlier. I'm down right now. We saw Dog with Hat pumping, but again, for the most part, looks like meme coins are in the red. So definitely take advantage. As a total meme coin market, down about 7% on the day. But Turbo looking to take over as the community is getting very, very bullish. We go over to the official Turbo page with over 111,000 followers. Things are getting bullish and they have a lot to talk about, posting a lot of memes and engaging with the community. But before we get into this, I do want to ask you, haven't already, check out Best Wallet. Best Wallet is an anonymous crypto wallet that allows users to create an account without verification ID, posting memes, stories, just engaging with Turbo. String. So take advantage of this if you haven't already. Linked in the description below. Back to Turbo, we go to their official X page where they're posting memes, stories, just engaging with the community. This is what they do best, which is good to see, to engage with the community and kind of grow the community side of things. I mean, guys, the cool part is in terms of markets developed by everywhere, Binance, Coinbase, OKX, you name it, they're listed. Now they just need more attention behind the project. Again, currently sitting just shy of a $400 million market cap. And the project peaked in the past around just under $800 million market cap. So we see an easy 2x from here to previous all-time highs. But realistically speaking, if we get to 10 cents, we're talking about 20x gains from here. So again, buy and hold 10 to 30 cents incoming, easy for Turbo. Can Turbo become a multi-billion-dollar meme coin? That's what the community is thinking about. Okay, day 33 of asking Robinhood to spot list Turbo. Again, guys, I think we need to chill out with exchange listings. I don't think for Turbo's case, for a lot of meme coins, they need exchange listings. I don't think adding Robinhood to the mix is going to help Turbo's price dramatically. I mean, at this point, if you're in crypto, you can buy some Binance and Coinbase, the two largest places to buy crypto on, right? Robinhood is great for normies, right? Like Penguin getting listed on Robinhood just made sense. Turbo listed on Robinhood, I don't think it'll do anything to price. It could actually ruin sentiment because it'll go like, yo, like why is this? Like why is nobody buying this, right? They kind of already fumbled their listing when they got on Coinbase. Like it kind of pumped a little bit, but not as much as people are anticipating. So I don't think we need a Robinhood listing at all right now. I just think we need more money, more community. You are not bullish enough for Turbo with 100x. Again, 4 to 100x from today's prices. We need to be close to a $40 billion market cap, which is insane. I don't think we're going to see it go that high, unfortunately. A multi-billion market cap for sure. 1 to 4 billion be pushing it. So I can see 10x potential from here. 100x, not that bullish on Turbo. Not that I'm feeding the project. I just don't really see a $40 billion market cap. But again, with the way the markets are propped up, with cryptos hitting all-time highs, with ETFs, with crypto here to stay. Today, we saw Coinbase getting listed in the S&P 500, the Coinbase stock. Crypto adoption is at its all-time high. So again, we could have more money in the market and maybe that of $40 billion Turbo. But again, that would be very, very highly optimistic. And again, really speaking, if you are looking for 100x gem, you're going to want to look for something a little bit more small cap than this. Again, if you got it early, for sure, you're going to 100x. But if you're buying in right now, it's very, very unlikely, right? Even if you bought the absolute bottom here, 100 million, we'd still need this to reach like $10 billion market cap, which is more possible. That could have been close to 100x, but if you're buying right now, forget it. 100x, it's out of the picture, at least for now, at least for this cycle, based off my personal opinion. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Just do have internet sharing his opinion on Turbo. Just want to make a quick update the video because I saw the whole meta pumping. I saw Turbo pumping. I saw Pepe pumping. I even saw Toad pumping, which probably gonna make an update video for Toad. We haven't talked about Toad in a while now. And again, goes to show something's coming for Turbo. There could definitely be 10x bag in here, maybe even a 20x bag in here. So you may want to load up as the markets are starting to get hot. But again, guys, like always, remember, this is financial advice. Always your own research and due diligence before investing any money in the cryptos we cover on this channel. That wraps the video. Like always, hit that subscribe button down below to stay tuned for more Turbo updates. As we've been covering this one pretty closely for the past couple months now. And also check out Best Wallet, link in the description below. Every day
for Turbo Coin. If you're paying attention, the current price of Turbo Coin is seated at 0.005825. We are left with 5 days, 16 hours for this current weekly candle to close. And if you're paying attention,
So I don't know, guys. There's a lot of speculation about Turbo 100xing. Is it possible? Could be. I don't know.
to
Let me, guys,
the Turbo
let me
Coin
know
price
what you guys
performance
think
so
in the
far
comments.
in the last 1 month, we've like gone up over 180%. And if
Let's see what this guy's talking about real quick.
you're paying attention to this chart recovery as well, Turbo has had a healthy, a very, very decent recovery from the dip the altcoin market was like a couple of weeks ago, you get, and Kobo is now sitting strong. So we're going to be talking about the next potential price move for Turbo Coin. The current market cap is still extremely cheap, you get, and altcoins are still like having a good time. Like this week has been a good week. The last 7 days has been a like good days for altcoins, as you can see over here. Altcoin market is looking good. We're going to be talking about the BTC dominance as well in order to get a clear picture of what we should be expecting. If you're paying attention to Turbo Coin, we have a resistance around 0.014528. You get, so sooner or later, Turbo will like find it difficult to break that resistance, except if we approach that resistance with a gold candle. But this is what I think might happen first. Now, either Turbo, it all depends on the market sentiment. You get, either Turbo try to like break the resistance, get a correction. I think a correction from there is more likely to happen than like breaking past there, like straight up. You get, we might get a correction and then before proceeding to the upside, like, you understand, massively. To this is what I think the number one scenario for Turbo Coin should happen. Now, if this scenario is not happening, then we should expect something like this, which is a correction for Turbo Coin to this zone around 0.0026. Then when we get that correction, we might go up again. Yeah, you get a slight correction and then finally break past this resistance with a moonshot to the upside. So this is what I think will happen for Turbo Coin. This is my second scenario you get for Turbo Coin. And this second scenario, if you're paying attention to this area here, this is more like a breaker block. We can as well call it a breaker block. And here, these zones here are support zones. I think that zone is more likely to act as a support zone for Turbo Coin should Turbo Coin begin her correction. Now, if you're looking to get good entry into Turbo Coin, because a lot of people are confused right now because Turbo has gone high. The last 5 weeks has been like astronomical, bullish candle upon bullish candle for Turbo Coin. Now, if you're looking to get that juicy entry opportunity, then you might want to consider the price zone around 0.0033 and also 0.0026. That is the zone you should be looking to take your buy entry. You get, and you have to like invest wisely as well. In the long run, by the time we enter into a full-blown bull market, Turbo Coin is going to like go astronomical. It's going to go massively parabolic. The market cap is below $1 billion. This is just $400 million market cap. So by the time Turbo Coin gets to $4 billion market cap, that is a 10x return. And by the time it gets to $40 billion market cap, which is still like very, very possible, that is a 100x return on Turbo Coin. So you guys need to pay attention. The circulating supply, current circulating supply is 69 billion Turbo Coin. So if Turbo Coin should get to $1, we should be expecting a $69 billion market cap, which is still possible. Like anything can happen in the crypto space. Now, if you're paying attention to the BTC dominance on the 4-hour time frame, you would notice the BTC dominance is currently having a massive rejection, which is what we've been like waiting for, we've been anticipating like forever. You get now the dominance correction began 7th of May 2025. And if you're going to the BTC chart, you will notice something happened on that 7th of May as well. BTC began to pump from the $96,000 zone that exact 7th of May all the way to $105,000. And I think BTC is trying to make her way to the $107,000, $108,000 zone before we get a correction. And if the correction is happening, then you guys should like set your limit order around 97K and 96K zone to like get an entry, because we are definitely going to get a pump from there. But what am I saying in essence? Remember, I've like said this countless times in our YouTube videos that the moment you start seeing the BTC dominance like correct aggressively and you see the BTC price pumping, then altcoins are going to pump. Now, these are altcoins. Now, we are currently at the total 2 altcoin market cap excluding BTC chart. And we are currently on the 4-hour time frame. Now, at exactly May 7, 2025 was when altcoin began to pump as well, when the BTC dominance begins a correction. So we need to see the BTC dominance correct aggressively to the downside, and we need to see BTC pump in order for altcoins to pump aggressively. Like my portfolio was initially down minus 80 something percent. But the last time I checked a couple of hours ago, I'm now at around minus 62%. That is to tell you altcoins are aggressively recovering now gradually after about 5 or 6 months of being under the water, sad, depressed, angry about our portfolio. By the time you see BTC pumping and the dominance dumping, just know altcoins are going to rally hard. And if BTC is consolidating and the dominance is dumping, altcoins are still going to pump. So we are gradually moving into the altcoin season we all have been waiting for. Now, if you're paying attention to the BTC dominance chart on the day.
What up, Doc McLovins? I don't know why I always want to say Doc McStuffins. That was a cartoon when my kids were younger, so they always watched a lot of Doc McStuffins. So I always think it when I see it instead of Doc McLovins. I think that was from Superbad, the movie. But either way it goes, thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and super chat. I haven't got super chat all month, guys. It's the 15th. What is going on? We're doing it all live. We're just trying to keep the lights on here. But I don't think I'll be able to make a video tomorrow. I'm actually going to be pretty busy tomorrow. We might pick it back up Thursday. But let me know in the chat where it's at. And thanks for joining. I'll cut this guy short. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to sign up for the Black Tiger Miner Twitter page to stay current on Twitter events. And the AMA is Thursday. We actually have 3 AMAs on Thursday. So don't forget to check us out with the LTX, the Turbo Space, this Stealth X, and I think there's one more. But thanks for joining. And as always, stay dangerous. And don't forget to shout your main man out and super chat. And don't worry about being weird. Everybody's weird in their own ways. But it's your main man BTM signing out. And as always, let's get back to the money and miner out. Thanks for joining and see you guys when I see you. Peace out.